Hi, my name is Jacqueline Mack, and I'm the Creative Director and Strategist at Mack. Thank you, Shellene Wright, for joining me today for Hub Highlights Artist Spotlight interview. Yay! Please tell our audience a bit about yourself.
So, hello, everybody. My name is Shellene Wright. I am an illustrator and I'm based out of the GTA. And I would say, because of the experience of growing up in a city that is very diverse, it helped me find my artistic identity in a way where I could really start to see myself in my work. So, in terms of my illustration work that I do, I love to explore drawing youth. Children is probably one of my sweet spots. And these days, I've been getting into a habit of drawing more adults.
Awesome. And how did you get started in illustration?
How I got started in illustration, I would say I've been doing art my entire life since I was in elementary school. But the conscious decision of getting into illustration began, I would say, in 2015. I was still in university at the time. I was studying linguistics. Originally, I was actually an OCAD student, and then I dropped out of art school because I got really scared. I didn't know if I could actually become an artist. And when I dropped out of art school, I decided to pursue my second passion, which was linguistics or language. And so while I was studying linguistics, I realized I just couldn't shake art. I decided I would start to learn more about what illustration work actually is, the business of it, and how that separates from fine arts.
So interesting that you study linguistic. Like, do you think linguistic helped you in terms of your work right now in illustration? Do you bring those two elements together?
It helped me in this space of actually understanding the ideas that I was having in terms of putting words to the ideas in my head that were just flying around. The linguistic side gave me the confidence to express myself. Doing linguistics, it kind of gave me the opportunity to see myself as, Shalene, this is your verbiage. This is your culture. This is where you come from. This is your language. Try to understand that it's not a bad thing if I don't express things the same way as other people. It's just, I'm a culmination of all the experiences of my life and even my ancestry. And I can be proud of that. And linguistics gave me that footing that I didn't feel like I had when I was studying fine arts in OCAD at the time.
I love that. And it really shows in your illustration. Now, you mentioned that youth, children, and adventurous adults are your prime subject. Tell us why.
So I would say I just have a sweet spot for youth as a whole. It's just such an impressionable time in everybody's life. And me being 27 years old right now, it's so easy to go back to the past and not relive a moment, but feel like it's not far away. And not that I've really grown out of being a child. I feel like I've just matured, but that childlike experience is still very much inside of me. So now when I'm drawing adults, I feel like I want to bring that experience of the childlike into the adulthood. Who we are, that childlike free person, that character and that personality that we have at its core doesn't always leave or doesn't want to leave, and it's always kind of with us.
And I noticed you have a lot of character design examples. Can you take us through the process of creating these characters?
Sure. So the actual character design process for me is extremely fun because I get to sit in my mind with this character that I'm creating and really allowing the character to tell me their story so I can illustrate it. I see something or I have a personal experience and I wonder, how would somebody feel if they were in that position? And then a name will just come to me and I feel like I sit myself down in my mind and I just allow this person to tell me how they felt. And so it kind of informs me to be true to the character's experience instead of kind of giving them what I think they would do. So I would say the biggest part of my character design process is allowing the character to share their story and me just being true, listening and drawing them the way they would stand, the clothes that they would actually wear, the places they would actually go, even if it's somewhere I would never find myself. But where do they see themselves in that world, and really giving them a voice. And I find doing that makes that character's experience real for the viewer, because it's not just me telling my story about the character, it's the character telling their own story.
You've had clients like American Girl, Harper Collins, and Penguin Random House. What have those experiences been like for you?
Wow. To be honest, the experience has been very, very challenging in the sense of right out the bat. I have been working on children's books through over the years, so it's not like it was a new experience doing children's books or working on a book. I didn't ever perceive how fast things actually go, in terms of, you think something's gonna take 4 6 months to do, but it ends up taking 8 months, and because life is just happening. And I would say working with American Girl, working with Harper Collins and Penguin Random House, one of the biggest takeaways I've got was that I'm working with real people, and they're also trying to do their best too inside of their roles, and they are people who have to answer to other people too. So we really have to be working together in a sense where we're all trying to achieve the same goal. And my work is valued and it's treated very respectfully, but I also have to respect their timelines as well. So working with these different publishers and these different brands has taught me that, there's real people back there, and it's not just this big giant. It's real people trying to do their best at their job, and we're all just working together. Understanding that has tremendously helped me in terms of my approach when I even think of my own social media, how people think about me, and how I position myself for other brands to potentially reach out to me.
When you look at your career up until this point, what is one moment that stands out to you the most?
um, I would say one moment that really stands out to me was in 2020. I lost my job, and I decided that, I'm going to start to change my perspective or change the angle that I take when it comes on to positioning myself and my artwork online. And I feel like that was the most transformative experience ever. I had a habit of approaching social media in a sense where I was trying to follow the trends, trying to use the right hashtags, trying to just get my work out there really quickly, very fast, and trying to replicate what I saw. You just can't win. It feels like the algorithm is against you. And it took away a lot of the joy that I had inside of actually sharing my work online. My definitive moment was when I decided that I was actually going to decide to just share my art from my story and allow my art to actually reflect the things that are important to me. Instagram was my platform at the time, the only platform I was really using my Instagram page to create like my own little corner where I decided, this is my story and I'm welcoming people into this experience that I'm having. Instead of feeling like I needed to chase people to look at my work, I just decided, I'm not going to try to chase what I'm looking for. I'm just going to focus on the joy that I'm experiencing and inviting people to see it. And if they want to stay there, I hope they do. If we connect. Otherwise, I don't want to put the pressure on other people to follow me, or I don't want to put that pressure on myself that I need people in order to make art.
Now, what does the future look like for you? Are there any upcoming projects you're looking forward to?
I would say it looks very bright, lots of opportunities, and there's so much that I'm really excited for, things that haven't even happened and things I haven't started yet. I'm in a position where what I would like to do is to encourage other artists, other illustrators to kind of like take the leap as well. Me losing my job back in 2020 was kind of like meant to be, in that sense where it gave me an opportunity to just focus on my art. And that was my goal originally going into the new year of 2020. I wanted to really just give myself space to develop as an artist without any pressure. And so my future, I kind of see myself giving back to the community in a way where I'd love to be able to share the things that really worked for me and help other creatives not just get out of the rut that they might be in faster, but get the tools or any specific skills they need to make an effective and an actual lifestyle that's healthy and not just about the algorithm, not just about the tools, but about the experience and about their story. But I also am working on the mural right now, working on some concept designs for a mural for PCAS in fellowship with Mac. And I'm super excited. I'm so thankful for this opportunity because it's always been a dream of mine to be able to not just work in an international setting, but in a community setting. And to give back in this way means so much to me because I remember a couple years back, Mac gave me the opportunity to work on a box and banners project. And every time I drive past my neighborhood, it just brings so many like tears to my eyes. 'Cause I'm like, I had the opportunity to make an impact in my community and everybody sees it. If I could continue to give back in this way in a community setting to the people who I feel have given to me, I want to give back to those who are looking for opportunities as well. And that would be one of my greatest pleasures.
And last but not least, where can people find you and what is your website and social media channels?
So my website is SheleneWright.com. On YouTube, I'm also Shelene Wright. My Instagram is Shelene.Wright. And those are the major spaces that I'm populating these days. Otherwise, if you type in my name or if you go to my website at SheleneWright.com, it'll have a link to all the places where you'll be able to find me these days.
Thank you so much, Shellene, for joining us. And for everyone that is going to be watching this, make sure to subscribe to Martys Hub on Instagram. Search us up at martyshub.com for more fun Hub highlights and artist interview. Thank you again.
Thank you. This has been so much fun. And thank you. Just thank you.